Good morning, broadcasters. 360 Seconds News and Commentary for Broadcast Professionals is on the air. I'm Maria Koladova from TKT. Let's discuss the latest technological news with our respected experts, Philip Grossman and Mary Seidler. Don't forget to give the program a like. Blackmagic has announced a number of products, including the ATEM Television Studio HD8 switchers and the Blackmagic Studio Camera 6K Pro. The switchers feature broadcast-grade control panels with advanced features such as streaming and recording, and the studio camera features an EF lens mount, a larger 6K sensor for improved colorimetry, and fine detail handling, ND filters, and built-in live streaming. So, Mary, talk to me about the switchers.
All I can say is, wow. I mean, they have thought of everything on this. I love it. It's portable, so it has a lot of flexibility as to where it could be used. It's got 8 SDI inputs. It has 4 chroma keys. It's got chock-a-block of a lot of other features as well. What's also cool, though, is that it has streaming capabilities, talkback capabilities, and I'm very intrigued by their option for internal cloud storage. I thought that was a little unusual to say internal cloud storage, but it is a wonderful feature to have. Now, what is also, it's everyone should always read the manual. That goes without saying, but wow, when I started looking at this, I thought I could easily start running that immediately. And that's certainly something that they promote, how easy it is to use. This has so many applications outside of broadcast. It can be used, first of all, for OB bands, but for sports, for corporate, that is, I think, underrated as to how easy this would be for people in the corporate world to use, and certainly for education, college stations, anything like that, small TV studios. It really has just so many capabilities. The one thing, Philip, I'm really curious to ask you about is I don't have experience with their cameras. What's your feeling about those new products?
So, they've actually really done a lot with their cameras. They started I think their first cameras are called the Pocket Cinema cameras, and those are pretty amazing little sort of 35 millimeter like cameras that really shot cinematic content. It shot in DNG RAW, and they just sort of grown it from there. And they've had some hits and some misses with the cameras, but I think in their studio line, they're really gauging it toward, just like the switcher itself, they're bringing professional level capabilities to the masses. You want to have more people who are eventually producing content. We have more places to consume content. We got to make it easy to create content, and the content has to be done in a professional manner. And like you said, on that switcher, it's very easy to use. You go into, and I've been into a lot of studios, and you see that massive switcher with the 10,000 buttons on it, and you're just sort of like, I have no idea how this is going to work. And this is a very clean way of producing content. And I just think it's, that combined with the ability to control the cameras in there really makes it easy for small operations to create very, very professional looking content.
All right, now moving on to Telestream. Telestream will unveil Content Manager, a next-generation system leveraging both on-prem and cloud storage at NAB. It provides a single point of access for content across an organization's entire storage ecosystem, including cloud and on-prem platforms. So, Philip, tell me about this and how it'll help broadcasters.
Well, it's interesting. One of the things that I've heard from a lot of customers and clients and friends in the industry around cloud is it's difficult to manage cloud and on-prem. And so there's this sort of holy grail to create a solution that helps you sort of manage multi-cloud content, because you're going to be dealing with people who are using Dropbox or AWS or Azure, plus you have stuff on-prem, and you want to see this holistic view of everything. And I think this is a very good first step towards that. There are some features and functions I think that they can add in later. Of course, because of their transcoding and their other tool set, which obviously has to put things in certain locations, it makes perfect sense to be able to have something on-prem, transcode it to get it into the cloud, or if somebody puts something up on the cloud, to be able to grab it from the cloud and transcode it immediately. So it's definitely an interesting tool, and I'm hoping that there are more vendors that start to sort of build things like this.
What do you think are the kind of things that it'll get used for?
Since there's so much remote production going on nowadays, and getting content back to the studio, because you have to play quote unquote play it in a control room. The control room is someplace. Now, it may all be in the cloud, it may be on-prem, but all the materials typically in one location. And this will help them sort of manage multiple locations and be able to get that content that is field produced or remotely produced into a singular location, making it very easy for productions to go forward with, which is, again, having content spread around the world. It's great from an ease of use, but it's horrible from an ease of production perspective. So I think a lot of this will tie into their transcode capabilities and their other software packages, and just making it easier to move content from different locations and centralize it. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I hope a lot more companies start thinking in those terms. It's not an either or, it's a both.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have today. Many thanks to our experts, Philip and Mary. And don't forget to comment on the news that we've discussed. See you next Monday at the same time. Goodbye.